What's up, everybody? Today we're diving deep into the world of our furry best friends to uncover 15 hidden signs your dog might be begging for help. Listen up, because we're about to drop some serious knowledge bombs that could save your dog's life. We're talking about those subtle cues that most pet parents miss. You know I love dogs, and I know you do too, so hit that subscribe button and smash that like button because we're about to become dog whisperers together. Alright, first up is your dog's appetite. You know your buddy loves to eat. I mean, who's throwing a fit at dinner time? But seriously, if your furry friend suddenly stops chowing down like they're about to compete in a hot dog eating contest, or if they're suddenly inhaling food like they haven't eaten in a week, something's up. We're talking a dramatic shift in their eating habits. This could be a sign of stress, illness, maybe even something they ate that didn't agree with them. It's like that time I tried that 10-pound burrito challenge. Let's just say my stomach wasn't too happy with me afterward. Point is, pay attention to how much or how little your dog is eating. We all know dogs love to lick, right? It's like their love language. But if your dog starts licking or chewing themselves excessively, it's time to investigate. We're not talking about a quick bath after a walk in the park. I mean constant, obsessive licking and chewing that seems like they're trying to get to an itch they just can't reach. This could be a sign of anxiety, allergies, or even an injury. It's like when you get a mosquito bite and you can't stop scratching, except they can't tell us what's wrong, so we gotta play detective. Next up, we're talking about hiding. Dogs are usually all about hanging out with their humans. But if your usually social butterfly suddenly turns into a furry ninja, vanishing into thin air, something's off. This could be a sign of illness, pain, or they might just be feeling a little scared or anxious. Imagine if you suddenly felt sick and just wanted to curl up in bed. That's what they're doing. So if your dog is channeling their inner Houdini, it's time to check in and make sure everything is okay. This next one is super important, guys. If your usually cuddly, playful pup suddenly turns into a grumpy Gus, it's time to take notice. We're talking about your dog snapping, growling even when you go in for pets. This is a major red flag. Dogs are usually pretty good at letting us know when they're not feeling themselves, but sometimes pain or fear can turn even the friendliest dog into a bit of a grump. It's their way of saying, "Back off, I don't feel good." So if your furry friend is acting out of character, it's crucial to approach them with caution and figure out what's going on. Okay, let's talk about those canine conversations. We all know dogs whine. It's how they communicate. But if your dog starts whining more than usual, or if they're barking or howling like they're in a rock band, something might be up. It's like they're trying to tell you something's wrong, but they just can't find the right words. Maybe they're hurt, maybe they're scared, maybe they just really need to go potty. Whatever it is, if their vocal stylings suddenly change, it's time to listen up and see what's going on. Now, we all love a good cuddle puddle with our furry friends, and we know dogs love their sleep. I mean, they practically invented the term nap queen, but if your dog's sleep schedule suddenly changes, it's worth paying attention to. If they're suddenly sleeping all day, or they're having trouble settling down, it's time to investigate. Just like us, dogs can suffer from insomnia, or they might be sleeping more because they're not feeling well. So if your furry friend's sleep habits change, it's a good idea to check in with your vet just to be safe. Here's the deal, guys. Dogs are usually down for anything. Fetch, count them in. Walkies, let's go. But if your usually playful pup suddenly loses interest in their favorite activities, it's a major red flag. It's like they've lost their zest for life, and that's not like them at all. This could be a sign of pain, depression, or even a medical condition. Just like we wouldn't want to go for a run with a broken leg, our dogs might not want to play fetch if they're feeling under the weather. So if your dog suddenly becomes a couch potato, it's time to dig a little deeper and figure out why. Alright, let's talk about panting. We all know dogs pant, especially when it's hot or they've been running around like crazy. But if your dog starts panting excessively, even when they're just chilling out, it's time to take notice. Excessive panting or drooling can be a sign of anxiety, pain, or even heat stroke, which can be really dangerous for our furry friends. It's their way of trying to cool down, but if it's happening for no apparent reason, it's important to get them checked out by a vet as soon as possible. This one's pretty obvious, guys, but it's important. If your dog starts limping or having trouble moving, it's a clear sign that something is wrong. It could be an injury, arthritis, or even something more serious. Just like we wouldn't ignore a limp, we can't ignore it in our dogs either. They rely on us to be their voice, so if you notice your furry friend is struggling to get around, it's time to make a trip to the vet and get them the help they need. Okay, let's talk about potty training. We've all been there, right? Those puppy dog days can be tough. But if your adult dog starts having accidents in the house, it's not just a training issue. It could be a sign of a urinary tract infection, diabetes, or even something more serious. Just like we wouldn't ignore a sudden change in our own bathroom habits, we can't ignore it in our dogs either. So if your furry friend starts having accidents, it's important to take them to the vet to rule out any medical conditions. We all know dogs shed, some more than others. But if you notice a sudden change in your dog's coat, it's worth paying attention to. Excessive shedding, bald patches, or a dull coat can all be signs of stress, allergies, or even an underlying medical condition. It's like their fur is trying to tell us something's not quite right. So if you notice any major changes in your dog's coat, it's a good idea to schedule a checkup with your vet to make sure everything is okay. Have you ever noticed your dog staring at you with those big, soulful eyes? It's like they're trying to tell you something, right? Well, sometimes they are. If your dog starts staring at you more than usual, or if they're following you around like a shadow, it could be a sign that they're seeking comfort, reassurance, or maybe even help. It's like they're saying, "Hey, I need you right now." So if your furry friend is being extra clingy, it's important to show them some extra love and attention. Here's the thing, guys. Dogs thrive on routine. They love knowing what to expect and when to expect it. But if your dog starts exhibiting repetitive behaviors like pacing, circling, or even chasing their tail, it could be a sign of boredom, anxiety, or even a neurological condition. It's like their brain is stuck in a loop, and they can't seem to break free. So if you notice your dog engaging in repetitive behaviors, it's important to try to redirect their attention. Provide them with mental and physical stimulation, and if it persists, consult with your veterinarian. Dogs may not be able to talk to us in words, but their body language speaks volumes. If your dog's posture suddenly changes, it's important to pay attention. A hunched back, tucked tail, or even flattened ears can all be signs of pain, fear, or anxiety. It's like they're trying to make themselves as small as possible to avoid any potential threats. Last but not least, let's talk about weight. Just like with humans, sudden weight loss or gain in dogs can be a sign of a serious health problem. It's important to keep track of your dog's weight and to consult with your veterinarian if you notice any significant changes. Sudden weight loss could be a sign of dental problems, parasites, or even cancer, while weight gain could indicate an underlying metabolic disorder or simply overfeeding. Alright guys, that's it for our 15 hidden signs your dog might be begging for help. Remember, our furry friends rely on us to be their advocates and to notice when something's not quite right. So pay close attention to their behavior and don't hesitate to contact your veterinarian if you notice any of these signs. Early detection is key when it comes to treating health issues, and it could save your dog's life. And hey, for more awesome pet tips and tricks, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, take care of your furry best friends, and we'll see you in the next video.